We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
I get asked
all the time,
what in the world is a credit union?
Let me tell you.
It's a member-owned financial cooperative.
And you're a part of it.
You're a part of it.
Because our earnings go back to our members.
So open your eyes to a credit union.
Yeah, that's right. Open them. Come see us at First Community Credit Union.
Four Seasons Car Wash on 34th Street in Moorhead is a proud supporter of Spuds TV and the Spud Boosters. Unlimited wash memberships are available starting at just $20. A portion of each new membership is donated to the Spud Boosters. Free vacuum stations with each wash. So for a fast, clean wash, go to Four Seasons Car Wash. Welcome to the Moorhead Sports Center. We have boys hockey, Moorhead Spuds taking on the Roseau Rams. The Spuds 4-1 on the season. Started out with a win against Wayzata 4-1, and then they dropped a match against Maple Grove where they led 2-1 after 2, but lost that one 6-2. Now 3 wins in a row over section opponents. Brainerd 6-0, Bemidji 5-2 on the road, Buffalo 8-1 on the road, and now another section opponent in Roseau comes to town. Roseau, on the other hand, 3-2, started off the season with an overtime loss, 2-1 against rival Thief River Falls, and then another overtime loss, 3-2 to Maple Grove. Common opponent there between the Spuds and the Rams, and like the Spuds, the Rams have won 3 in a row. 3-1 victory over Centennial, 3-2 over Grand Rapids, another overtime game, and finally 7-0 decision over Hibbing before coming in to face Moorhead here tonight. I'm joined now by Rob Grammer, who will be doing the color commentary and analysis for the first period, and then periods 2 and 3 you'll be taking over the play-by-play as I head over to the girls basketball game at Moorhead High School. So Rob, we've gone through the schedules for the two teams, and somewhat similar, somewhat different. How do you think the Spuds need to attack, or what's the game plan here tonight?
Game plan for the Spuds is to come out early, come out fast, come out aggressive. They should be considered the favorite in this game, and early in the season with the experience of the Spuds, if they can jump on top of Roseau early, that might be enough to get the young Rams rattled and possibly carry the Spuds to victory. I think a fast start is the key for the Spuds.
Well, like you alluded to a little bit, the Rams kind of a younger team, and Coach Ammerman talked about that, and we had a chance to visit with him prior to the game, and here's what he had to say.
I'm joined now by Moorhead head coach John Ammerman, and Coach, since last we saw you on Spuds TV, you got an away victory against Bemidji 5-2, and then went on the road again and beat Buffalo 8-1, both section games, now 3-0 in the section. What's been working for your team so far?
Well, we've been scoring goals, which has been a nice touch. So far we really haven't had to grind it out towards the end, at least in the section. But I don't think that's going to be the case throughout the year. I think the teams that we played, and not only the teams moving forward, including Roseau, I think it's going to be a tight matchup throughout. I just think those nights we had puck luck, and we've done a nice job of continuing to improve, and hopefully that carries through today too.
So talking about getting some maybe unexpected offense, is that something that you guys have talked about, focused on? I know you coming into the season were maybe thinking you were more of a defensive team.
Yeah, and you look at our lineup, we've been getting a heck of a lot of scoring with that top line, and hopefully now that carries through, and our secondary scoring continues to grow. We had great steps the last 2 times we've been out with that secondary scoring, and if those top guys can continue to score at the same clip that they are in defense and goaltending, it stays consistent, and we get secondary scoring, we'll like the path that we'll be on through the second half of the year.
Okay, tonight's game, Roseau, another section opponent, so another very big game. Always a rivalry with Roseau. What do you know about the Rams, and what does Moorhead need to do to be successful tonight?
Well, it is, like you mentioned, a rivalry in terms that year in and year out, it's a competitive game, both here and there, and more often than not, the last couple decades, we see each other in the playoffs too, and it's evenly matched. This year, I don't think will be any different. They have an extremely talented group up front. Their goaltending is playing exceptionally well so far this year, and looking at comparative scores is all that we can do right now, and pretty impressive numbers that they've been putting up. So our hands will be full. Hopefully we have a good first 5 to 10 minutes, and we roll from there.
All right, thanks for your time, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
That was head coach John Ammerman giving a little bit of a preview leading into this game against the Roseau Rams. And now public address announcer Eric Tollefson will be delivering the starting lineups, and we'll have the national anthem, and then we'll be ready for the drop of the puck. So we'll take a quick break here on Spuds TV. Well, Mr. Grammer, looking at these two goaltenders, the matchups, Andrew Tuttle starting for Roseau. He's got some great numbers, a 93% saves and a 1.85 goals against. What's going to be the key for the Spuds to beat him tonight?
Well, coming into the season, I guarantee you that Mr. Tuttle has heard all of the accolades and hype that the opposing goaltender Hudson Hodges has gotten, so he's got a lot of pride and confidence in himself right now. He's playing outstanding, saving at about a 93% clip right now, giving up less than 2 a game. And if the Spuds can put a lot of pressure on him and get one early, it might rattle him enough here in a hostile environment to maybe break his cage and get a few more on him than the opponents have been able to this point.
Yeah, on the other side, Hudson Hodges, always great numbers as expected. 2 goals even, goals against, and 92% saves.
Hodges is an absolute rock back there for the Spuds, and don't expect to see anything different out of him, really. He's a really cool customer, always under control, ready to handle any environment that comes at him, so expect the same out of Hudson tonight.
And we're ready for the face-off. Bring up that graphic. Right off the draw, Grammer over to McCoy Gregoire into center ice, ridden off the play there. Judd Gunther. Steal here by Cullen Jess. He gets a shot quickly in on Tuttle. He pads it away into the corner. Gathered in. Chased down by Jarrett Nelson of Roseau. Kept in for a moment. Now back out to center ice. Poke checked away by Cullen Jess. Jess with speed giving chase against Daniel Wensloff. Wensloff around the net. His outlet pass gets to the winger but then hits a skate. That was Judd Ginther. Now a turnover. Here's Luke Grammer into the offensive zone. Face-off circle. Shot partially screened on the play was Tuttle, but he made the save.
Well, early in this game, we have a common theme happening for the Spuds throughout the year, and it's great stick integrity on the forecheck and in the neutral zone, and they've created a couple of turnovers already because of it.
Face-off to the right of Tuttle. Won by the Spuds. Back to the point. Here's a shot that goes wide. That was Cade Moylanen's shot. Now the Rams clear the zone. This might get all the way down for an icing, and it does. So quickly, the Rams, a little bit of puck panic there at the half wall along the far side, just dumping it out of the zone and results in an icing.
Well, the Rams could be a little bit nervous coming into this environment right now and maybe bobbling it a little bit on the handle right now. We'll see if they settle down.
Face-off won by Fear. Shot from the point by Gunkel is deflected. Again up to the winger Kellen Murphy, just a sophomore. He's had a couple of plays now where he's dumped it out to center ice. Turned back by the Spuds, gathered up by Overbo in the middle. Takes a weird hop on Tuttle, but he's able to gather it up. And deflection out in front, turnover right in the crease, and Tuttle does get his belly on top of it and freeze it, but it was a turnover and an opportunity for Max Dronin.
Well, the Rams do appear to be a little bit unsettled to start this game, and they've mishandled a few pucks, resulting in some turnovers that the Spuds have jumped on, not quite been able to cash in yet, but certainly had a couple of chances off of them.
Jonas Spicer wins the draw. Gathered in there by Johnny Franklin, puts it behind the Roseau net. Spicer giving chase. Around the net is Nelson to the far side for Caden Loken. Loken trying to break it out. Good body check along the far side by Spicer. Spuds gain control in the neutral zone. Here's Grammer. He'll play it across to Grant Frisch and now to the near side. Spuds will gain the offensive zone. Giving chase is Daniel Wensloff into the far corner. Checked hard there by Spicer. Now the play comes around to the near side and into the neutral zone. Grammer retreats into the defensive end to pick it up. Connects there with Grant Frisch. His outlet pass is deflected by Jarrett Nelson. Goes behind the net. Picked up by Johnson. Centering pass. That can't connect. Jess had a skate on it, but it's turned back now by Chase Reed. Trying to gain the offensive zone. Turned back by Jess. Jess again got a stick on that bouncing puck near side for Triggs. Triggs tried a return pass. That was broken up by Nelson. Rams trying to hit a breaking Paul Hughlin, who was alone behind the Moorhead defense, but the pass just off the mark, and that's icing.
Well, the Spuds have had a few opportunities in transition they haven't quite cashed in on yet, but don't rest easy because the Rams right there just about got a breakaway in transition themselves, and I expect them to settle in and see a little different game here.
Caden Triggs in on the draw. He wins it against Hanson O'Leary. McCoy Gregoire to Jess. Jess comes off the half wall and then a turnover in the middle. O'Leary out on the far side for Ginther. Now in the middle. Rister, that one went wide. That was Thor Bufflin jumping up from his defensive spot. Spuds are able to get it out of the zone. Cullen Jess tips it past the defender Wensloff. Gathered up by the Rams. Here's O'Leary into the neutral zone. Gains the red line and he'll dump it in. That'll come in on goal. And kind of an awkward way that puck came in on Hudson Hodges. He'll just hang on for the faceoff.
He flipped it in and it came in as a little bit of a floating knuckler. And Hudson opted to just kind of swallow it up in the big chest protector and get the whistle.
So an offensive zone faceoff for the Rams. It's won by the Spuds. Here's Wyatt Gunkel. That's off the skate of Overbo and out to center. Taken back by Thor Bufflin. Intercepted at neutral ice, but the Rams do get it back and shovel it in. Kellen Murphy. Luke Grammer rings the boards, and Gunkel tried to connect there with Lucas Fear. Rams in their defensive zone now with possession. Isaac Wensloff will play it off the glass. That'll come down into the Moorhead end. Wyatt Gunkel will play it off the boards. Grammer got enough of it to get it out of trouble. In the slot area, not able to get a shot there was Max Strand. One of the leading scorers for the Rams, just a sophomore. Now touched out to center. Max Droden gains the line, but turned over. Gavin Gunderson through center. Across the blue line, around Moylanen, into the corner. Moylanen loses a glove. That pass intercepted by Johnny Franklin. Nice defensive play in front of the slot. Comes down, gets a shot that's sticked aside by Tuttle. Into the corner, picked up by Loken. Loken checked off the play by Kai Holm. Now near side for Luke Grammer. Tried to connect in the middle with Spicer. Taken back by Loken. Loken on a break into the face-off circle. Kai Holm tips it around a Ram defender. And that outlet pass nearly connected with Franklin, but Luke Grammer is there to take it back. Gains the offensive zone. Drives it into the corner. Rams turn it out to center ice. Grant Frisch comes over to knock it away there from Brendan Lund. And now Frisch will backhand a pass for Grammer. Grammer will play it up the boards. It's taken back by Ginther. Rams in the slot. One-time shot taken by Bufflin, but that went off a shin pad. Now into the far corner. Chase Reed will dump it down low. Grant Frisch takes it back for Moorhead. Good pace to this one, Rob.
Well, decent pace is causing a little bit of turnovers on both sides right now as both sides are being able to get pressure on the puck carrier.
Down deep in the offensive corner now. Johnson had it for a moment. Triggs working hard, trying to gain possession against Hanson O'Leary. It's in the skates of O'Leary, now taken back. Carter Johnson, he'll try and drive around the Roseau net, looking for help. He'll cycle it to Cullen Jess. Jess cycles it down for Triggs. Triggs avoids O'Leary, tries to bring it out front. That pass out to the point hopped over the stick of Gunkel, and Hudson Hodges will set it up for Gunkel behind the net. Outlet pass, Cullen Jess, now to neutral ice. Johnson avoiding pressure. Carries it into the offensive zone, pulls up, tried to connect there with Triggs, but it's taken back by Nelson. Out to center ice now for Ginther. Here's Nelson, near side for Hughlin. Hughlin's shot deflects up and away. Around the net, Gregoire. Be played there by Caden Triggs. Triggs goes cross ice. Spuds needed a line change, so it'll be gathered up there by Jarrett Nelson. Nelson plays it on to Daniel Wensloff. That pass intercepted by Moylanen, but the Rams take it back. Get it into the offensive zone. Players go down along the half wall. Moylanen behind the net for Gregoire. Gregoire chips it ahead to Overbo. A quick turnaround shot taken by Strand went wide. Now the Spuds with possession through neutral zone. Dronin gathers it up, and it'll come back out to neutral zone where Grammer will take it back for the Spuds. Far side pass, Moylanen connects with Lucas Fear, driving, finds Dronin in the middle, deflection, shot off the post, and no, now it's in. It was off the post, it was a scramble. We'll see who gets it, but a great pass by Fear to find Dronin in the middle, and then we'll find out who finished it off.
Well, what we've got here is another common play we've seen from the Spuds to start this season is some control in the neutral zone to wait for a play to set up. A nice cross-ice pass through the neutral zone from Grammer up to the wing to start that play, or actually over to Moylanen, who got it up to the forwards. Fear entered the zone and made a great crossing pass and finished the scrum off there, and I believe it might be Overbo who got it. We'll find
they're
out.
going to give it to Overbo on an assist from Grammer, so I think Grammer must have been the and here's a turnover right out in front. Hudson Hodges has to come out, cuts down the angle, and did steer it just wide, so Rams trying to answer back quickly. Here's Kai Holm with speed through neutral zone, taken back and ridden off the play there by Max Strand. Here's Moylanen, turnover in the neutral zone, swept away from him by Isaac Wensloff. He'll throw it out to center, and Gunkel will return it into the offensive zone. Down into the corner, Isaac Wensloff will play it out to center, picked up by Chase Reed. Reed leaves it at the point for Lund, and his shot didn't get all the way through. Kai Holm at the end of a shift will gain the red line, dump it in. Carter Johnson putting pressure on Jarrett Nelson. Near side for Nelson. Nelson trying, his pass is intercepted by Cullen Jess. Jess finds Johnson, one-timer. That was a kind of a rolling puck and didn't get all of it, but stays with it. Backhand chance for Triggs, that goes wide. Here's Jess. Top line buzzing for the Spuds. Puts one softly in on goal, and Tuttle steers it aside. Centering pass intercepted by Nelson. Jess disrupted that outlet. Now near side for Moylanen. Gains the offensive zone, but it's taken back by the Rams. They touch it out to center. Here's Moylanen now on the return. Caden Triggs trying to avoid pressure and delayed offsides. He'll come in. O'Leary takes possession, poke checked away. Here's Dronin. Sidestepping O'Leary. A lot of stick work there by O'Leary. Dronin on his forehand. Didn't get all of that. It was partially deflected. Overbo giving chase behind the net. Here's Lucas Fear. He's ridden off by O'Leary. Check in the corner by Overbo. Fear's there trying to dig it out. Waiting is Jarrett Nelson for Roseau. Fear comes away with it. Centering pass for Dronin. And tipped on goal, but it hit the side of the net. Rams will play this one off the glass and all the way down for an icing. So again, Rams just trying to take some pressure off as the Spuds hold the advantage. 7-2 now here midway through the first.
Coming off the first goal of the night, the top line for the Spuds put a lot of pressure, pinning Roseau in their end, and the second line came out and continued that pressure, which resulted in the Rams eventually needing to take an icing.
Off the draw, Jonas Spicer plays it to the corner. Kai Holm rings it around. Johnny Franklin will return it into the far corner there where it's taken back by Isaac Wensloff. Kept in by Gunkel. Here's Holm on the forehand. That shot, I'm not sure if Tuttle got a piece of it, but it went over the net. Now battling for it in the near corner. Jonas Spicer with control now. He'll try to come out of the corner. Does a control turn. He's bumped a little bit. Kai Holm there to help out, but Spicer still had it. It came out, and then it'll deflect off the rafters. And with 6:36 left here in the first period, we'll have a face-off outside the Roseau end.
Well, the third unit came out for the Spuds and continued an effective forecheck, able to get some zone time in there. The Rams have been basically able to keep the Spuds on the perimeter, but they are not going to want to spend that much time in their own end.
Spuds will bring the top line out. Carter Johnson in for the draw. Pushed it into the Roseau Ram end. Taken back by Moylanen. Sent in by Mion. Stopped there by Tuttle. And touched around the corner by Bufflin. Kept in Moylanen. Here's Johnson back for Moylanen. Moylan in traffic. Here's Jess now from the point. Wrister right in on Tuttle, and he'll gather that one up into the midsection.
Spuds continuing to control time of possession and zone time for sure. Rams doing a fairly nice job of keeping the shots on the perimeter, and those kind of shots aren't going to get past Tuttle.
Caden Triggs in to take the draw. And he tries to push it back, but taken by Johnson. Another face-off win by the Spuds. Johnson finds the point. Mion, his shot off the shin pad of Loken. Now along the half wall, Mion pinching in, battling there with Chase Reed. Triggs digs it out around the face-off circle. Forehand shot, hit traffic. Then it got into the glove of Tuttle. Tuttle bobbled it a little bit, but made the save.
Spuds continuing to do a nice job of forechecking, bottling up the Rams, not giving them clean zone exits, and then winning puck battles to get shots on goal.
Lucas Fear into the draw against Hanson O'Leary. O'Leary wins that one to the corner, taken there by Jarrett Nelson. Around the near side for Paul Hughlin. Out to center where McCoy Gregoire tried to return it. Grammer will step up. Passes it ahead to Overbo with speed on his forehand. Backhand pass out in front. That's cleared away by the Rams. Gregoire tried to keep it in, but it hopped over his stick. Now here's Nelson trying to come around. Good poke check there by Fear. Keeping the offensive zone. Passes it to Dronin. Far side. Overbo shot. Pad save. Rebound. That shot goes wide. Here's Gregoire to his D partner Grammer. Grammer will send it down low. Overbo there to play it. Near corner. Gets to the half wall. Taken back by O'Leary. Hanson O'Leary's ridden off the play by McCoy Gregoire. And the puck comes free to Luke Grammer. Grammer behind his own net will play it out near side for Overbo. Into the neutral zone. Gains the red line. He'll dump it in. Gets all the way into the corner. Spuds will change. Isaac Wensloff will take it out from the corner. Gets it out to the blue line and the neutral zone all the way to Grant Frisch. Frisch gets the return pass. His pass up the middle can't connect, and O'Leary is there for Roseau. Swept into the corner by Jonas Spicer. Now behind the Roseau net, Isaac Wensloff chips it off the glass out to center. Wyatt Gunkel will play it. Tries to use a little bit of speed through the neutral zone, but it's taken back by the Rams, and Kellen Murphy will send it behind the Moorhead goal. Grant Frisch outlet pass to Johnny Franklin, connected with Spicer, but then he lost control at the blue line to Bufflin. Returns to Wensloff, up the center through neutral ice and stopped by Hudson Hodges. Grant Frisch chips it near side into the corner. Wyatt Gunkel battling for it, and he'll push it behind the net. Cullen Jess sidesteps some trouble. There's Gunkel to break it out off the stick of Johnny Franklin. And now out to the offensive blue line where Cullen Jess keeps it in. Caden Triggs walking around the defense Nelson. Triggs still battling. He'll cycle it down for Johnson. Johnson avoids Gunderson. Triggs picks it up, down low for Cullen Jess, out into the face-off circle, cycles it down for Johnson. He'll cycle one more time, and Jarrett Nelson will come and get up to it first. Gregoire gloves it down at center ice, and now the puck comes free to Johnson. He leaves it for Triggs. Triggs will put it into the corner. Here's Jess. Jess tried a backhand pass. Nelson is there to intercept. Now out to center, and here come the Rams. Max Strand. Ridden off the play nicely by Gregoire, but the Rams still with control. Centering pass is deflected up and out of play, and with 2:41 left, first period, Spuds lead it 1-0.
Spuds with a lot of control again, a lot of puck possession, a lot of puck time, quality chances, definitely the better of the chances, but right there in transition, the Rams had something materializing, but Cade Moylan just able to get his stick on the puck and deflect it out of play.
Spuds win the draw. Luke Grammer around the Moorhead net. Tries to get it out of the zone. It will just come out, but the Rams are quickly onside. Broken up by Frisch. Now out to center for Overbo. Overbo gets it over to Dronin on his forehand. He'll send it around the Ram net. Lucas Fear keeps it in on the far side. Now Luke Grammer on his forehand. Wrist shot, nice low shot. Looking for a deflection. Went into the corner and now near side. Grant Frisch steps up and he'll keep it in. Wensloff tries to chip it out, but the Spuds are able to keep it in. Now around the corner by Bufflin. At the half wall for Caden Loken. Loken still on the puck behind the Roseau net. Overbo digging it out. Lucas Fear is also there. It pops out in front. There's a rebound. Loose puck. Grant Frisch is there. And a good glove save. Andrew Tuttle. He had to be quick as Frisch, that loose puck came out. Frisch took a nice hard wrister that was looking like it was going top shelf.
Spuds are doing a nice job down low of disrupting Roseau, trying to get something out of their end. And a great job of attacking the net there. Michael Overbo bringing it to the front of the net. It pops loose with a lot of chaos, and Tuttle, cool and collected, just pops out, tracks that puck, and catches it in the glove off of that Frisch shot.
Draw one back to the point. Moylanen's shot gets all the way through. Tuttle makes the stop. Here's O'Leary. He turns it over to Johnson. Caden Triggs now giving chase. Near side, Triggs gets the turnover. Centering pass, can't connect with Johnson. Here's Gunkel at the point. Wrist shot goes all the way through. Triggs is there to take it for the Spuds. He'll bring it back down into the corner. Leave it for Johnson. He's tied up there by Daniel Wensloff. Now outlet pass. Cullen Jess had that one deflected by O'Leary. And now off the boards. Johnson did a nice job of anticipating where that one was going. Cullen Jess turns it around into the offensive zone. Not quite able to keep it in as Caden Triggs, but tying it up, battling for it. Here's Triggs working around Nelson. He's 1-on-3 along the half wall, comes out in front. Moylanen had a stick on it. Now to the near side for Huglin. Moylanen chases him down and turns the puck away. It'll go all the way down for an icing. So with 39.9 left in the first period, there'll be a face-off to the left of Moorhead goaltender Hudson Hodges.
Moylanen stepped up and picked off a puck high in the Roseau zone, but it got past him. He got caught in an awkward position, but did a heck of a job scrambling to get back and disrupting that would-be Roseau rush, resulting in an icing, but an icing the Spuds will take right there.
Spuds win the draw. Now out, kept in at the point there by Murphy. Turned over for Fear. Ahead for Holm. Here's Dronin on sides at the blue line. Taken by Fear. His shot's deflected. Grammer working around the Roseau defense. Centering pass, hit a skate, went in on goal. Tuttle was there to make the stop. Rams trying to break it out. They do get it out to center for Strand. He'll turn it into the offensive zone. Grammer is back there for Moorhead. He'll leave it in the corner for Holm. Holm comes around the net. Bothered there by Strand. And, well, it was a back and forth, fast-paced first period. The Spuds, as you said, Rob, with a lot of puck possession and offensive zone time, which is evidenced by the 15-2 shots on goal advantage that the Spuds hold and the 1-0 lead after the first period.
A nice job on the forecheck by the Spuds to pin Roseau in their end, taking the puck to the net, getting a lot of shots on goal and some traffic. But you can see the talent on Roseau's side. When they get opportunities in transition, they can strike. And they had a couple of good chances they just missed on, and you know that they will be looking to come out a bit harder with a different game plan in the second period.
Yeah, you can certainly see, like you said, Rob, I mean, especially in that transition when, they have no problem sitting back, trying to defend, trying to keep shots to the outside, trying to keep Moorhead at bay, and then when they get opportunities, they're dangerous.
Absolutely. You can see that young talent there, and they're very savvy when they get out into open space through the neutral zone with favorable numbers. They can create offense very effectively.
All right, well, that'll do it for our first period here at the Moorhead Sports Center. We're going to take a break here at intermission. We hope that you'll stay tuned and watch our promotions for our sponsors, because without their help, these broadcasts are not possible. And I will head over for the girls basketball game, and Rob Grammer will take over with the play-by-play.
See you in the second.
Good luck, buddy.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
I get asked
all the time.
What in the world is a credit union?
Let me tell you.
It's a member-owned financial cooperative.
And you're a part of it.
you're a part of it.
Because our earnings go back to our members.
So open your eyes to a credit union.
Yeah, that's right. Open them. Come see us at First Community Credit Union.
Four Seasons Car Wash on 34th Street in Moorhead is a proud supporter of Spuds TV and the Spud Boosters. Unlimited wash memberships are available starting at just $20. A portion of each new membership is donated to the Spud Boosters. Free vacuum stations with each wash. So for a fast, clean wash, go to Four Seasons Car Wash.
For good times and great food and drinks, gather your people and come visit us at Legends. You will love our wings, pulled pork, pizza, and other delicious items. Gluten-free and other special diets can be accommodated. We show all the major sporting events. If you are having a special event, take advantage of our event room and catering. Our catering is available for both delivery and pickup. Visit us today.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to. Have a sandwich, you hero.
Open your eyes
To a credit union.
Wait. What's a credit union?
It's a financial cooperative.
And it's member-owned.
Which means
Better rates.
Lower fees.
And all the financial services that you need.
It's easy to join.
So easy to join.
practically ridiculous how easy it is to join.
So open your eyes.
Open your eyes.
Open your eyes to
a credit union.
So open your eyes. Come see us at First Community Credit Union.
Back in 1926, people in the FM area began choosing the latest fashions and flooring materials from Fargo Linoleum, and they still do. Fargo Linoleum offers you everything in floor covering. After all these years, Fargo Linoleum is still the floor covering leader.
Whether you're building a new home or looking to save money on your energy bills by improving your existing insulation, let the experts at Cullen Insulation help you out. Contact Dan and mention this ad to receive a 10% discount off any work they perform for you. Just like your Moorhead Spuds, the team at Cullen Insulation is committed to excellence.
At Moorhead Dental Associates, you'll get the very best care and state-of-the-art technology. Dr. Scatfold and Dr. Johnson are now accepting new patients. Call or stop in to Moorhead Dental Associates.
light-duty truck to do full-size jobs. Boss built the HTX in both V-plow and straight blade options. The Boss HTX family is specifically engineered for today's half-ton and light-duty vehicles. Make no mistake, they have big-time power. So when you're working to restore order, the Boss HTX is here to back you up.
Your home for Boss snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead. Stop on out and visit us before you get caught with your plow down.
Revive Professional Massage Therapy Clinic, serving the FM community for over 9 years. Locally owned and operated. Open 7 days a week, day, evening, and same-day appointments available. Couples massages also available. 20 highly trained professional licensed massage therapists on staff. Now with 2 locations, South Fargo and Detroit Lakes, offering online booking and online gift certificates. www.reviveprofessionalmassage.com.
Looking for a mortgage in the Valley? Where would you go? Some people are skeptical of those humongous banks. Others worry about the stability of some small lenders. At Valley Mortgage, we're independent and only do mortgages. So we're small enough to give you the service you want and large enough to give you the security and experience you need. It's the perfect fit. Valley Mortgage, we're the largest independent mortgage banker in the Valley. An equal housing lender.
Open your eyes to a credit union.
The one myth of a credit union
Is that we don't offer what the other guys do.
Well, that's simply not true.
We have business, checking, and loans.
Mortgages and credit cards.
We have free Kasasa checking.
And all the other services you need too.
Come see us at First Community Credit Union.
When searching for a home loan, too many people focus only on the rate. They forget to ask the lender, are approvals made locally or in a city far away? Are you experienced at closing on time? With Valley Mortgage, you get a great rate, the best service, local approval, and over 30 years of experience. So give us a ding. Valley Mortgage, we're the largest independent mortgage banker in the Valley. An equal housing lender.
Pam is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise, but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
Both teams have returned to the ice. Ready for play in the second period. A first period which saw a lot of possession and puck time for the Spuds, reflected in a 15-2 advantage in shots on goal. We'll see if the Rams can respond and come out with a little push here in the second period. The Spuds will start the Johnson line with Jess and Triggs, Grammer and Gregoire on defense. The Rams will start with the O'Leary line, Ginther and Hughlin, Nelson and Wensloff on defense. Spuds take the draw, move back into their own end, go D-to-D a couple of times here as they look to move the puck up the ice, get it up to Jess. Jess is handled by Ginther on the wall. Puck gets out to the red line where it's a scrum for it, and Roseau comes away on the attack. Across the blue line with Wensloff, broken up by Grammer in the slot, and here he comes back up to Jess, coming up the wing through the neutral zone. Chips it deep where Johnson pursues, and O'Leary's on his back. Johnson ridden hard into the wall. Triggs gains the puck behind the wall. Goes off to the corner to the right, where Johnson scrums behind the net with the Roseau defense. Triggs comes out of the corner, moves up the wall. Checked nicely by Nelson. Johnson picks it up in the corner to the left of Tuttle. The scrum with, and Jess comes free out to the front of the net. Johnson with a shot on goal. Tuttle up to the task. And O'Leary comes around the right wing, high off the glass, not being able to be held in by Grammer. And icing is waved off as Gunkel pursues, and Hughlin is in pursuit. Gunkel in the corner to the right of Hodges, reverses it back to Grammer behind the net. Gunderson picks it off, a quick turnaround shot there by Murphy. Hodges makes the save, and the puck is cleared out to center ice. Dronin picks it up, comes through the neutral zone. He's got Overbo streaking to the net, a little entry pass, does not connect. And Lucas Fair picks it up in the left corner. Corner to the right of Tuttle. Overall from behind the net, tries to find Dronin out front. Doesn't connect, but Moylan steps down and keeps it in the zone. Reverses it back down low to Dronin, who comes out of the corner, fires one on net from a shallow angle. Fear picks it up in the corner to the right of Tuttle. Makes an escape move on the defense, passes out to the point. Moylan up top, fires it. Blocked by Hughlin out in the high slot where it comes out to the neutral zone, and Gunkel turns it back. But we had a Spuds player, Overbo, who was stunned a bit and a little late getting out of the zone, resulting in an offsides. A little better press early from Roseau in the second period. We can expect to see that some more. Spicer on the faceoff wins it back to Frisch. Frisch will regroup. Across to Moylan, back over to Frisch. Fans on a pass, and we got Gunderson in pursuit. Frisch fends him off, rolls it along the wall up to Holm, coming up the right side. Wensloff there to thwart Holm on his attempt, and they clear the zone out to center where Frisch grabs it and throws it back in. Wensloff back in pursuit behind his own net. Holm with a heavy forecheck on him, in quickly. Wensloff has the puck again, up to the right side, where Strand's not able to handle it. And Nelson now picks it out and carries through the neutral zone, coming up. Moylan stops him at the line. And centering pass fails, and Strand turns it back, throws it in on Hodges weakly. And Hudson's happy to take a whistle and covers up. Seems to be a little more pace out of Roseau early in the second period. Definitely tighter checking. They're creating some turnovers and able to counterattack off of that. Johnson in for the draw against Reed to the left of Hodges. 50-50 draw off to the wall. Triggs is able to win that battle, carry through the neutral zone. He chips it in deep behind the net. Tuttle lets it go over to the point where Wensloff picks it up. Isaac Wensloff gets it up to the wing to Loken. Up to Reed, who gets it up to Bufflin, who joined the rush. Shot fires high over the net. Gunkel picks it up, moves it across his zone. An errant pass there, goes over to the wall. Gregoire wraps it around behind Hodges. And Jess is there to get the puck. Jess back again behind the net over to Gregoire. Gregoire up to Triggs on the wing. Fights off a Roseau check. Johnson picks it up in the neutral and lays it back to Triggs, who enters the zone. Caden skates around, centering pass, doesn't quite connect with Jess. A nice defensive play by Isaac Wensloff. And the play comes back to the neutral zone. Grammer picks it up. Quick return pass to Triggs. Triggs carries it in, fires, and scores. A quick shot moving to his left. Caden Triggs fires it back to the right under the glove of Tuttle, and the Spuds take a 2-0 lead. Well, that was a play where Roseau cleared the zone. It didn't quite get deep enough into the Spuds' end, and you could hear the Spuds coaching staff screaming to turn it up, and Luke Grammer quickly turns it up ice, finds Triggs at the far blue line, makes a move to his left and snaps one past the goalie. Puck is down again. Roseau wins the draw, regroups, doesn't connect on a pass. Grant Frisch picks it up over to Grammer. Grammer comes up the ice, centering pass to Dronen, who speeds through the neutral zone. Fires it over to Fear. Fear with a little centering pass back to Dronen. Doesn't connect. Puck comes around the side up to Frisch on the point. Snaps one on net. Tuttle steers it aside. Dronen, Overbowl picks it up behind the net. Tries to center it, but Roseau's up to the task, and O'Leary picks it up to exit the zone. Ginther gets the puck. Slides it over to Hughlin. Hughlin throws one softly on Hodges, who steers it to the corner. Roseau picks it up in the corner there. Ginther moving around behind the net. Up to the point. Over to Wensloff. Wensloff to Nelson. And a nice stick by Lucas Fear redirects that shot high into the netting, and we've got a whistle. Face-off coming to the right of Hudson Hodges. Spicer in for the draw against Gunderson. Spicer wins it back to the corner, and we've got a scrum. Gunderson and the 2-7s going at it, and Spicer in the corner getting a little rough. Gregoire brings it out, chips one out through the neutral zone, high off the wall, in on net. With Holm and Franklin crashing in, Tuttle opts to take a whistle and covers up. A smart play by McCoy Gregoire there with a lot of pressure coming on the half wall, chips it high to get it out of the zone and clear the pressure. Spicer and Gunderson again on the faceoff. Moilanen gets it back at the point, off to the sidewall to Holm, who has a tough time handling that. Gunderson back into the corner, picks up the puck, does a nice little escape move on Spicer, and up he comes. Out to Strand in the neutral zone with speed. Strand gets around the edge. He's coming in with fires a shot just wide, past the blocker of Hodges. Wraps around to the point where Roseau goes D to D, gets another shot off just wide, and they've got some pressure now. Gunderson off in the half wall, centers it, but Johnny Franklin's there to clear, and he carries to the neutral zone. Franklin's wide, gets it deep. Kai Holm in pursuit of Wensloff behind the net. Wensloff skewers it on to Strand on the half wall. Carter Johnson with some pressure, knocks Strand over, created a turnover, 1-on-4. Johnson spins and puts one on net. Tuttle's up to the task, steers it to the corner. Strand comes out, but Johnson's in pursuit, rags him, and Strand is able to clear down the ice, but it is an icing. A little more urgency here to start the second period on both sides. We're seeing a little more aggression out of the Rams on the forecheck, and the Spuds are able to counter. Triggs in for the faceoff. And Reed wins it to the corner where Daniel Wensloff gets it, but Jess is able to ride him off to play behind the net, turn it into a scrum. Jess comes around the corner, drops it back for Johnson. Johnson tries to find Triggs. Puck pops out to Jess, who fires it over the net. Triggs recovers it. Out to Gunkel. Fires across to Grammer. Grammer slides across the blue line. Crossbox to Triggs. Can't quite handle it. And out comes Loken. Loken chips it past Grammer. Triggs in pursuit back to the end. Wraps it around his own net. Gunkel in the corner with Reed. The heavy forecheck on him. Creates the turnover. Grammer behind the net. Skewers it on to Jess. Jess in the corner. Lays it up for Johnson on the wall. Johnson, the neutral zone. Picks it up. Grammer carries through and is able to get it into the Roseau end, where Wensloff knocks it on to Nelson, but Triggs disrupts the play. Tries a quick wraparound attempt, not on net. Behind the net, Triggs controlling with a nice little play over to Moilanen. Moilanen across to Grammer. Grammer can only skewer it in deep where Jess tries to control. We got a delayed penalty coming up on Roseau. It looks like we're going to have Daniel Wensloff going off 2 minutes for roughing on really a nice forecheck by the Spuds there to create that situation and put Wensloff in a position to have to take some liberties, and he goes off for a roughing call. Spuds will go to the power play. They've got Lucas Spear in the middle of Dronin and Overbo with Gunkel and Moylanen on the point. O'Leary in for the draw for the Rams. And the Spuds win it back. Gunkel has the puck, moving to the middle. Fakes a shot, slides it cross box to Overbo. Overbo tries a shot but misses. And he is going to take a penalty for interference as he bobbled the puck, and Bufflin was in pursuit, and Overbo took him down. And we've got another penalty here on the Spuds to even things up 4-on-4. Michael Overbo going off for interference. So we'll see some 4-on-4 action for the majority of these penalties. Only 9 seconds difference in these two penalties, and we still have Dronin and Fear on the ice out there. And puck is down. Moylanen comes out to center ice, but Roseau is able to knock out the stick. O'Leary returns play back towards the net, tries to center it. Nice play by Gunkel to get his stick in front of that one, and puck to the corner, and Dronin picks it up and carries through the neutral zone. Nice play by Isaac Wensloff riding Dronin off, and Moylanen's in on the forecheck, wins the puck in the corner. O'Leary fends him off well. Dronin now picks it up for the Spuds, but Thor Bufflin comes away with it for the Rams up to Hughlin. Hughlin coming up across the line. He's got Bufflin trailing, and we got Carter Johnson fending off Hughlin. Hughlin peels it up to the point to O'Leary. O'Leary moves across, mishandles out of the zone, but he recovers, gets it back over to Isaac Wensloff, who gets to the line and dumps it deep. Hodges sets it up behind for Moylanen. Moylanen brings it up the right side, lays it back for Gunkel. Gunkel hits a skate on the way out, recovers, gets it up to Dronin, who bumps it up the wall to Johnson. Carries in. He's got a 2-on-1 forming. Moylanen with a shot on goal, and Tuttle's up to it, and it slides into the corner. Here comes Wensloff up the left for Roseau. Johnson picks it off, turns it back, but there's Nelson right there for the Rams to get it and come back in transition. Dumps it to the far corner. Frisch in with the body check. Puck comes out front to the far corner. Nelson picks it up, fires it across. Cullen Jess in pursuit at the point. Strand in the corner, fighting off. Grammer lays a check on him, loosens up the puck where Frisch comes in and picks it up. Reverses the puck around to Jess. Jess coming up, touches it to Grammer, screaming up the ice. Grammer comes up the left side. He's got some speed, coming in on the edge. Feels a little spinorama pass to Johnson. It didn't quite connect, and here comes the Rams the other way. Gunderson up the left side. Frisch has him in check. He crosses to the middle. Keeps coming, drops it back for Nelson. Nelson lays it back into the corner. Rams are tired. They're off for a change. Grant Frisch picks it up behind the net. Rotates it back to Grammer behind the net. Grammer's got Jess on the wing, hits him, bounces over his stick, comes out to the neutral zone. Thor Bufflin tries to turn it back, but there's Kai Holm to pick off that pass in the middle. Jess with a good stick, picks up the puck, flips it up to Holm on the side, and we're in on the rush. Triggs slips on the puck, and Roseau lays it behind their own net. Reed comes up the left side, a big hit by Kai Holm, turns the puck over, and Jonas Spicer's got it coming in. Short side shot, up high. Tuttle stops it, gets the chest in the way, and is able to cover up to get the whistle. Face-off coming to Tuttle's left. Some good action back and forth. A little more spirit to this second period as the teams seem like they've got their feet underneath them. We got Lucas Spear, his line with Dronin and Overbo out in the face-off. O'Leary's line out there with Ginther and Hughlin. Puck comes back to Gunkel. Gunkel flips it in behind where Isaac Wensloff picks it up. Good pursuit by Lucas Spear to get in the way again. Puck pops loose to Dronin, fires on net, deflects on net, and Tuttle's there for the stop and covers up again. Face-off coming to Tuttle's right. Shots on goal favor the Spud, still 21-3 now total for the game. Although I feel the Rams have had a little better pressure here in the second period. Face-off back to the point again. Dronin wins it back to Moylanen. Cross to Gunkel, flips it on net for a nice quick shot. Comes to the corner, Fear cycles it. A nice high cycle from Dronin down to Moylanen, who steps in. Play is defensed well by Roseau, but Moorhead continues to cycle. Dronin up top to Gunkel, across to Moylanen. Moylanen, quick snapshot, redirected by Overborough out front, but just wide of the net. And O'Leary picks it up for Roseau, over to Ginther. Ginther touches the middle, but Moylanen's there to pick it off. As he steps up, now Hughlin regroups for Roseau. Flips it high, up off the scoreboard, and we will have a whistle. Some good cycling action, both down low in the corner from the Spuds and also up high on a high cycle, where the forward came up high and was able to hit a high cycling Moylan down the wall for a nice Spuds opportunity. Carter Johnson in for the draw against Gunderson. Gunderson wins it back to the corner. Daniel Wensloff in, puts a little shimmy shake on Cullen Jess and comes away, but Jess's stick, active as usual, comes away and stops them from coming out clean. Now Johnson in the corner's got the puck. Circles around behind, looking for Triggs. Back door, beautiful pass, and Triggs, I believe, off the pipe, misses the net, and it goes into the far corner. Now Jess has it. Jess picks it up. He's in a scrum. Nelson takes him down and continues to have his way with him with his stick. Cross ice pass from Roseau. Strand gets it out. And now the puck's loose, and here comes Strand in on net, but Hodges goes out for the challenge. Fires over the net, and Strand picks it up off a funny carom and tucks it into the empty net as Hodges had slid out to play the previous puck, and the Rams have put one on the board, which could change the momentum of this game. We've got a 2-1 game here on a good effort play from the Rams coming up the ice, creating a turnover and taking advantage of an aggressive Hudson Hodges, who made a nice play on the first puck, but the carom off the back wall went the Rams' way, and they got one in the net. Face-off down, Spicer on the draw. Puck, Rams get control of the puck. Up the ice, Isaac Wensloff, cross-ice pass to Strand. Strand gets it in deep, and the Rams are going to work again. First to the puck is Kellen Murphy. Cycles it up top to the D. Isaac Wensloff puts one on net just wide. Now Johnny Franklin in pursuit. Moylan skewers one. Nice block shot by Jonas Spicer, and the puck is cleared. Johnny Franklin screams up the wall, gets the loose puck. Here he comes in. Franklin fires one high, and Tuttle's up for the challenge. Catches it in that chest and gets his glove on it to stop play. Face-off coming to Tuttle's right. 5:32 remaining in the second period. A heavy advantage in shots on goal, but the Rams are able to take advantage in transition and get one back. Trailing 2-1 to the Spuds. Dronin in for the draw against Reed. Puck comes back to the point. Frisch wraps it in lightly into the corner, and Grammer in pursuit on a nice read gets back to it, cycles it back around, where Frisch is going to step up on the half wall, knock it back into the corner. And there's a scrum. Roseau trying to win it, but the Spuds lay it back in deep, where Reed comes back, picks it up, gets it over to Daniel Wensloff, fires it back around, rotating the ice over to Frisch on the half wall in a scrum. Roseau is able to clear, and we've got another 2-on-1 coming for Roseau. Shot fired by Reed, high over the net, over the blocker, and it's going to go down the length of the ice back into Roseau's end, where Nelson's going to pick up behind Tuttle. Reverses the puck back to Wensloff, who then reverses it again back to Nelson. Nelson fires a long pass up to Loken, where Grammer's chasing him down to the corner. Grammer rides him off to play. Loken goes down. Grammer reverses it, hits the official behind the net. And they center it quickly out to Huglin, who puts it just over the top of Hodges' glove. The Spuds are able to clear. And Bufflin picks up the neutral zone, gets it back, and he enters the zone. Grammer rides him off the play, and Lucas Fear is able to clear the zone back where Isaac Wensloff picks it up for the Rams. Fires it across to Ginther, who chips it in. Hodges sets it up for Grammer behind the net, who comes up the ice. He's got some speed coming up. Passes it in to O'Leary. Get blocked by O'Leary. Grammer picks it up and then gets ridden off the play, tries a centering pass that doesn't connect. Grammer has it back in the corner, lays it up top to Johnson. Back to Grammer in the corner, back up to Johnson up top. Johnson has it up top, lays it to Grammer on the half wall, and Grammer loses the puck to O'Leary. O'Leary up the ice, now is a 3-on-2 for Roseau. Coming across over to Ginther. Ginther fires, rebound. Rebound is just wide. Hodges stops two, back up top, where Bufflin fires, and there's a scrum in front of the net, and Hodges has made the save. The whistle goes. Bodies are down. And there is no goal on the play. But another example of Roseau being able to take advantage in transition to create some offense, where the Spuds have been controlling play in their end, but they strike quickly in transition as they exit the zone. Puck is down. Gunderson first to the puck in the corner, gets it up top, a nice cross-box feed from Daniel Wensloff over to Kellen Murphy, and the Rams have got some buzz going here, where Matt Strand gets the puck, centers it out to Murphy with a shot, but Hodges stops it with the blocker. Puck to the corner, Strand on it, wins the puck, centers it, but Triggs is there to intercept, and here comes the Spuds on the attack. Jess has it wide, screaming down the right side, cutting in on Wensloff, but a nice stick by Wensloff to fight him off, and there in the corner, battling for the puck. Wensloff skewers it up to Murphy. Murphy's return pass to Wensloff doesn't connect, and the puck's back in the corner where Wensloff peels behind his own net, coming up. Comes back across to Nelson, but that doesn't get handled, and Johnson picks it off, coming in on the right side. Triggs has the puck now in the corner. Triggs fighting off defenders, circling over to Johnson behind the net. Johnson comes out, centering pass doesn't connect, and Daniel Wensloff tries to exit the zone, misfires on a pass. It still clears the zone, and a big hit laid by Kai Holm over by the Spuds bench. Gunderson comes off the puck, throws it rink wide, but nobody's home, and Gunkel is in hot pursuit. Fires across the rink pass to Johnny Franklin. Doesn't connect. Johnny's in pursuit, and we've got an icing. Face-off coming to the right of Hudson Hodges. 2:24 remaining in the second period. Spicer in for the draw against Reed. Spicer wins it back. Moylanen picks it up, peels around his net, hits Franklin on the wing, and Johnny carries it up through the neutral zone. Poked off nicely by Thor Bufflin, but Moylanen follows up. Pops it into the zone, but we've got an offsides. Spicer in against Reed on the faceoff. Faceoff won by Spicer, back to Moylanen, gets it across to Grammer. Grammer surveys the ice, dumps it in, wraps it around behind Tuttle. Johnny Franklin in, picks it up, wraps around, almost goes, Tuttle's there. And the puck comes out to the neutral zone where Moylanen picks it up, throws it back in deep, Tuttle in to set it up behind his net for Bufflin. Bufflin comes up the side, up the left side, coming out of the zone, flips it up high for an icing, a play where he was trying to hit Loken streaking up the left side, but just went a little bit too far out of his reach, and it results in an icing. Faceoff coming to Tuttle's left. Lucas Fear stepping in for the faceoff. Grant Frisch on the right point, Gregoire on the left point, Dronin on the wing, Overbo on the left wing. Faceoff won by O'Leary to the corner where Daniel Wensloff goes in behind the net, gets it to Huglen. Huglen reverses it back to Wensloff, but Dronin's there to disrupt the play. Comes out front, we've got a scrum where Bufflin comes away with it, off to Huglen on the right. Huglen streaking in, gets around the defender, and he goes short side high and scores over Hodges' glove. We've got a 2-2 game. Another play in transition with Roseau exiting the zone, taking advantage of numbers, using their speed, and Paul Huglen's able to put one up over Hodges' glove and tie the game up. 1:24 remaining in the second period. And that's a big goal in this game for the Rams to tie it up late in the second, heading to before the break. Puck is down, back to Roseau. Comes to Gunkel, who slides it to Grammer. Grammer steps up the ice looking for some space, and he fires it in. Bounces off the end wall in front of Tuttle, who is happy to cover it up and take a whistle. Little bit of a scrum after the play there, as the intensity seems to be ratcheting up here towards the end of the second period. The Roseau defense took a little exception to something that Dronin or Overbo or Fear did. Triggs in for the draw. And Gunderson wins it to the corner. Bufflin wraps it around to the wall where Strand picks it up on the left and exits the zone. Gunkel stands him up there and Strand dumps it in. Grammer in pursuit, skewers it along. Gunderson's there to get it on the half wall. Johnson and Triggs battle for it over there. It comes out to Bufflin on the point. Bufflin down to Gunderson on the half wall. Gunderson cycles it down low. Grammer in pursuit, grabs the puck, but there's Strand there on the forecheck. Centers it out front, where a shot was stifled and blocked, and a quick shot by Thor Bufflin, redirected on net, but Hodges is there to stop it, covers it up, and takes the whistle. Face off to Hodges' right, 39.6 seconds left in the second period. Johnson in for the face-off against Gunderson. Johnson wins it back to Grammer. Grammer peels off along the wall. Gets it up to Jess, who chips it along. Daniel Wensloff that is, there to get it and send it back in for the Rams. Mishandled by Moylan behind the net. The Rams get it. Gunderson, but he misfires on a centering attempt over to Triggs. Triggs picks it up. His centering pass is picked off by Huglin, who lays it back in deep behind. Moylan skewers it along to Jess. Jess touches it to Johnson, and here comes Carter Johnson screaming up the right. Wensloff turns. Here comes Johnson in front and crosses the goal mouth, but Tuttle's there to poke it away. Johnson picks it up again, and we've got a whistle. We've got a penalty with 5 seconds remaining in the second period coming up on Luke Grammer, who's going to get 2 minutes for hooking. That'll bring a face-off down, all the way down in front of Hodges to his left, where Dronin will step in. Gregoire and Moylan on defense. Lucas Fear out there with Dronin. Reed in on the draw, won by Reed, but Fear beats the Rams to the puck, turns it into a scrum and kills the remaining 5 seconds of the second period. And that's how it'll end in a 2-2 tie, with the Grams getting a very important late goal in the second period to knot the game up. Both teams will head off for intermission and prepare for what is guaranteed to be an intense third period. And we will be back.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
I get asked
all the time,
What in the world is a credit union?
Let me tell you.
it's a member-owned financial cooperative.
And you're a part of it.
you're a part of it.
Because our earnings go back to our members.
So open your eyes to a credit union.
Yeah, that's right. Open them. Come see us at First Community Credit Union.
Four Seasons Car Wash on 34th Street in Moorhead is a proud supporter of Spuds TV and the Spud Boosters. Unlimited wash memberships are available starting at just $20. A portion of each new membership is donated to the Spud Boosters. Free vacuum stations with each wash. So for a fast, clean wash, go to Four Seasons Car Wash.
For good times and great food and drinks, gather your people and come visit us at Legends. You will love our wings, pulled pork, pizza, and other delicious items. Gluten-free and other special diets can be accommodated. We show all the major sporting events. If you are having a special event, take advantage of our event room and catering. Our catering is available for both delivery and pickup. Visit us today.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to. Have a sandwich, you hero.
Open your eyes
to a credit union.
Wait. What's a credit union?
It's a financial cooperative.
And it's member-owned.
Which means
better rates.
Lower fees.
And all the financial services that you need.
It's easy to join.
So easy to join.
Practically ridiculous how easy it is to join.
So open your eyes.
Open your eyes.
Open your eyes
to a credit union.
So open your eyes. Come see us at First Community Credit Union.
Back in 1926, people in the FM area began choosing the latest fashions and flooring materials from Fargo Linoleum, and they still do. Fargo Linoleum offers you everything in floor covering. After all these years, Fargo Linoleum is still the floor covering leader.
Whether you're building a new home or looking to save money on your energy bills by improving your existing insulation, let the experts at Cullen Insulation help you out. Contact Dan and mention this ad to receive a 10% discount off any work they perform for you. Just like your Moorhead Spuds, the team at Cullen Insulation is committed to excellence.
At Moorhead Dental Associates, you'll get the very best care and state-of-the-art technology. Dr. Scatfold and Dr. Johnson are now accepting new patients. Call or stop in to Moorhead Dental Associates.
Light-duty truck to do full-size jobs. Boss built the HTX in both V-plow and straight blade options. The Boss HTX family is specifically engineered for today's half-ton and light-duty vehicles. Make no mistake, they have big-time power. So when you're working to restore order, the Boss HTX is here to back you up.
Your home for Boss snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead. Stop on out and visit us before you get caught with your plow down.
Revive Professional Massage Therapy Clinic, serving the FM community for over 9 years. Locally owned and operated. Open 7 days a week, day, evening, and same-day appointments available. Couples massages also available. 20 highly trained professional licensed massage therapists on staff. Now with 2 locations, South Fargo and Detroit Lakes, offering online booking and online gift certificates. www.reviveprofessionalmassage.com.
Looking for a mortgage in the Valley? Where would you go? Some people are skeptical of those humongous banks. Others worry about the stability of some small lenders. At Valley Mortgage, we're independent and only do mortgages. So we're small enough to give you the service you want and large enough to give you the security and experience you need. It's the perfect fit. Valley Mortgage, we're the largest independent mortgage banker in the Valley. An equal housing lender.
Open your eyes to a credit union.
The one myth of a credit union
is that we don't offer what the other guys do.
Well, that's simply not true.
We have business, checking, and loans.
Mortgages and credit cards.
We have free Kasasa checking.
And all the other services you need too.
Come see us at First Community Credit Union.
When searching for a home loan, too many people focus only on the rate. They forget to ask the lender, are approvals made locally or in a city far away? Are you experienced at closing on time? With Valley Mortgage, you get a great rate, the best service, local approval, and over 30 years of experience. So give us a ding. Valley Mortgage, we're the largest independent mortgage banker in the Valley. An equal housing lender.
Pam is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise, but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
Both teams have returned to the ice here for the start of the third period, where the Spuds are faced with killing off of the remaining 156 of a Luke Grammer penalty. O'Leary in for the face-off against Johnson to start the third. 2-2. Rams and Spuds. Face-off back to Gunkel. Gunkel tries to send it down the ice, but is intercepted by Hughlin, who moves forward, mishandles. Comes to Gregoire, who pounds it off the glass down the ice, where Thor Bufflin picks up and peels back to gain some control, slides it across to Hughlin. Hughlin across the red line, throws it in deep on Hodges. Hodges steers it to the corner with his blocker. Gunkel and O'Leary in the corner doing battle. Johnson on the half wall slashes at it, and the puck comes loose to Hughlin, who shoots it up over into the netting, and we've got a whistle. Refs are going to say this one is deflected. The faceoff will remain in the zone to the right of Hodges. Johnson in, and O'Leary for the faceoff. Johnson wins at the corner, where Moylanen wraps it hard around, and it'll clear the zone. Bufflin's unable to get a stick on it. It'll go the length of the ice, where he will corral it behind his own net. Bufflin sets it up, leaves it for Hughlin, who comes up the left side, screaming up the ice. He's got some space, but Jess steps in front of him there, slows him down, but Bufflin picks it up. Sends a shot just wide of Hodges. Gunnarson's over there to send it in, rack around behind the net. Gregoire wins the battle in the corner, tries to send it the length of the ice, but it hits O'Leary, who gets it to the corner. Laid in behind the net, where Hughlin whacks at it, gets it, comes out front, fires a shot. Hodges there for the save. Puck to the corner, right of Hodges. Moylanen tries to clear, but it goes up to the point where Bufflin sends it back down to Hughlin. Moylanen steps, lays a body check onto Hughlin on the right, and is able to get the puck and clear it the length of the ice, where Tuttle sets it up for Bufflin. Circling behind his own net, comes up the ice, up the middle of the ice, slides it over, misfires on a pass, where Lund is able to pick it up. Enter the zone, Lucas Fear picks it up, tries to clear but doesn't. Bufflin picks up the point, slides it across to Wensloff. Wensloff redirected, hits the crossbar, and deflects up into the netting, where we have a whistle. Again, not a lot of control for the Rams, but when they get it, they're dangerous in countering on the attack. Dronen in for the draw against Ginther, and Dronen wins it back, and Frisch is able to rifle it around the wall and clears it the length of the ice coming in back where Nelson's going to pick it up as it continues to roll along the wall. Nelson up the left side, cuts back to the center, coming up the middle now. Slides it up to Reed, where he runs into a Luke Grammer coming out of the box. Puck chipped up the wall by Gunkel. Grammer on the half wall. Dronen tries to exit the zone, wins a nice stick battle there. Slides a puck to Grammer, who tries to chip it out. Gunkel gets it, cross ice to Frisch. Frisch sends it up the ice, but it hits Dronen in the helmet, and it comes back to Frisch, who clears, lays a nice body check to regain possession, chips it up through the neutral zone where Nelson's there to pick it up. Nelson slides up to the red line, dumps it in deep, where Gunkel gives chase behind his own net, reverses the puck to Frisch. Frisch comes up the wall, slides it to John Franklin up on the left wing. Johnny tips it past the D. Deep into the Roseau end where Bufflin gets behind the net, wraps it around the wall up to Severson. Severson chips it past an oncoming Jonas Spicer, but the Spuds are able to hold the line, and Lucas Fierce throws it back in behind the net. Bufflin picks it up, peels off to the corner, comes up the right side, high off the glass, chips it over Gregoire's head, where Luke Grammer picks it up in his own end. Grammer circles, sends a pass up to Kai Holm, can't handle it. Or Isaac Wenslav picks it up, fires it back in deep behind the net. Grammer picks it up, reverses it back to Gregoire behind the net. Gregoire to Kai Holm on the wing. Holm up the middle, gets it to neutral ice, but it's checked off his stick there by O'Leary. O'Leary picks it up, it's in a battle. Tries to lay it across, but Johnny Franklin picks it up there. Goes to the Roseau defense, who picks it up, centers it. Now we've got a 2-on-1 for Roseau coming in. Hughlin fires a shot. Luke Grammer got a stick on it, redirected it, but Hodges was able to get his glove on it, catch it, and stop play. Again, the quick strike ability of Roseau in transition. If they catch the Spuds sleeping, they are certainly able to attack quickly. We got a face-off to the left of Hodges with Johnson and Gunderson in the circle. And Gunderson wins it back to Bufflin. Bufflin snaps a quick shot, it hits traffic, comes back to him, he snaps it again, hits traffic again, bounces to Strand, who gets the puck and slips it past Hodges on the glove side. A couple of funny ricochets off of shots from the point, finds the stick of Max Strand, and he makes no doubt about it, getting it past Hodges on his glove side, and Roseau takes an early third period lead, 3-2. Maybe the old adage that any shot on net is a good shot on net. Well, those shots actually never reached the net, but they bounced off of bodies, ended up on the right stick in the right place, and Max Strand makes no doubt about it. Face off down. Gunderson wins it back to Nelson. Nelson over to Daniel Wenslav, tries a centering pass, but Gunkel's there to pick it up, turns it back, but the Rams intercept, and Kellen Murphy slips it deep into the corner to the right of Hodges, where Moylan picks it up. Tries to cycle out, but the Rams are there on the forecheck. Gunderson tries a spinning shot in front of the net, goes to the corner. Moylan picks it up in the corner. A scrum there. Murphy and Strand putting pressure on. Now the puck rotates over where Jess picks it up, throws it high to clear the zone, but it hits one of the rafters, and we'll have a whistle in the Spud zone to the right of Hodges. Max Dronen will enter the face-off circle against Reed. Reed wins it back to Bufflin in the center of the ice. Bufflin surveys, takes a quick shot, hits traffic, and redirects to the corner. That's where Lund fires it on net. Luke Grammer picks it up, makes a little outlet pass to Overbo. Overbo comes up the ice through the neutral zone, drives wide around on the backhand. Overbo streaks in on the net, shoots one high over the net. Into the netting where we've got a whistle. A nice, powerful drive off the off wing by Michael Overbo to get the edge, come to the front of the net, and just had a rolling puck that he put up over the crossbar and into the netting. Faceoff will come outside the zone. Jonas Spicer will step in to take the faceoff against Reed. Spicer wins it back to Frisch. Frisch rotates the ice to Grammer, steps across the red line, backhands it deep behind Roseau's net, where Bufflin picks it up, wraps it around the wall to Lund. Lund can't handle it. Grant Frisch sends it back in. It bops out in front, and Tuttle decides to grab it before it can get out into the dangerous area in front of the net, and he takes a whistle. Face-off will come to the right of Tuttle. Dronen's line comes over the wall. Max steps into the face-off against Hanson O'Leary. Dronin wins it back to Frisch. Frisch, quick snapshot on net, gets deflected by Huglen where O'Leary's able to pick it up. He comes out of the zone, slides it over to Huglen, entering the zone on the right. Tries another entry pass back to O'Leary, gets picked off, where the Spuds now have cycled it back behind the net, but there's nobody home. Now the Rams pick it up, go behind the net to Huglen. Over to O'Leary, up to the point, blocked by Fear on a shot by Nelson. Nelson's able to recover, throw it back deep to Ginther. Ginther tries to circle and fire out front, misfires, gets past everyone, goes the length of the ice. Now Nelson picks it up behind his net. Lucas Fear in pursuit, lays a check on him, turns the puck over, turns and fires on net. Tuttle there to make the save, and Fear is in pursuit again on the forecheck. Nelson picks it up, goes high off the glass, and it ends up going into the scorer's table, where Brad Franklin makes the play and flips it back over the glass to the officials. Triggs steps into the face-off circle, face-off to the right of Tuttle against Gunderson. Triggs wins it back, but it bounces over the stick of Moylanen. Moylanen back into his own end, goes behind his own net, reverses the puck to Gunkel. Gunkel up the wing to Triggs. Triggs surveys, hits Moylanen streaking up the middle, and Moylanen tries to split the D, but Isaac Wensloff there to stick it away. Roseau clears the zone, Max Strand, but Gunkel's there, back for the Spuds, sends it back to Triggs up the wall. Triggs makes a move, beats a guy, centers it into Johnson. Johnson moving in, over to Jess, and hops over Jess's stick as he tried to fire it. Puck comes to the near wall. Jess wins it down low to Triggs. Triggs slides it over to Johnson behind the net. Johnson controlling in the corner. Out to Jess out front, and it's in. The Spuds have scored. Carter Johnson centers it to Cullen Jess off his skate, up to his stick, and gets it past Tuttle for the equalizer. That looks to be Jess from Johnson and Triggs on a great forecheck, and the Spuds have tied it. .10:58 remaining in the third period, and that's a big goal for the Spuds, with the Rams having all the momentum. Spicer in for the face-off here. Rams win it back. Nelson picks it, spins, comes up the right side, crosses the red line, centering pass over for Reed. Misfires. Luke Grammer picks it up. Makes a nifty little centering pass to Spicer. Spicer to Franklin, and Kai Holmes in. Kai Holmes behind the net, and we've got an icing. Kai Holmes was in hot pursuit of that puck, and I do not believe he knew that was going to be an icing, or he would have touched that puck, was looking to make a play with it, and looked surprised by the whistle. Nonetheless, it's a face-off to the left of Hodges. Spicer in against Reed. Spicer wins it back to the corner where Luke Grammer carries, reverses it to Gregoire. Gregoire slides it up to Johnny Franklin on the wing. Mishandled there, back into the corner where Spicer picks it up. Tries to reverse it to Grammer. Grammer pins his man. Spicer now in the corner, pins, and Grammer comes away with it. Chips it past a oncoming Roseau forechecker, and then skewers it up to Holm. Holm, who's loose on the right. And Wensloff pinches him off nicely as Holm gets the puck deep. Thundering check from Nelson on Franklin in the corner as he forechecks, and there's Loken. Loken trying to clear for the Rams, can't get it out. Nelson gets enough of a stick on it to knock it off Moylanen's stick out to center where Gunkel has it. Gunkel crosses the blue line, makes a nice move around Nelson, and Nelson has no choice but to reach and either get an arm or a stick in on Gunkel and haul him down, and the Spuds are going to go to the power play on a really nice bit of deception by Wyatt Gunkel to do a little inside-out change of speed move around Nelson, and Nelson pulls him down. Going to get a 2-minute minor penalty. I did not see the actual call on it, but it could have been hooking or interference. Spuds of the power play. Triggs off the draw. Jess wins the puck on the wing, back to Grammer on the point, and moves to the middle. Grammer comes to the middle, slides across, takes a shot on goal. Tuttle sticks it aside into the corner. Triggs recovers. Around behind, rolls on the wall to Frisch. Frisch lays it back to the corner for Triggs where it gets past him, but Johnson picks it up, comes around back, slides it to Johnson on the half wall. Over to Jess, Jess slides the seam, down to Johnson down low. Over to Triggs up in the slot, and Triggs fires one that hits off of a Roseau defender and goes wide. Frisch picks it up, gets it up to Grammer. Grammer to Frisch. Frisch cross box to Jess. Jess fires, and Tuttle makes the save, and Roseau's able to clear. Down the ice where Hodges will set it up for Grammer. Grammer picks it up behind his net, waiting for everyone to come back. Up the center of the ice he comes. Draws 2 Roseau defenders to him, slips it to Jess. Jess crosses the line. Has patience to set it up. Slides across, lays it to Grammer in the middle. Grammer moving, slides it down to Johnson. Johnson in the corner, up to Jess on the half wall. Jess up to Grammer up top. One-timer, and Tuttle's able to hang on, catches it between his pads and gets the whistle. Solid puck movement by the Spuds on the power play, resulting in a couple of good looks, but Tuttle was up to the task, or the Roseau defenders were able to get in the way and block the shots. 55 seconds remaining on the Spuds power play. Lucas Fear, Overbo, and Dronen step in. Fear on the faceoff against Reed. Reed wins it, and Thor Bufflin's able to clear the length of the ice, where Hodges will set the puck up for Gunkel behind his net. Gunkel comes behind the net, swings out. Slides a pass to Moylanen. Moylanen whacks it up ahead to Dronen. Dronen screams ahead, crosses the line, gets it over to Overbo. Overbo cuts in, and right across Tuttle, but is not able to tuck it in. Slides it up to Gunkel. It gets past him. And the Spuds regroup in the neutral zone over to Moylanen. Moylanen crosses the red line, touches it up to Overbo. Overbo tries a little backhanded pass across to Dronen, but Wensloff is there, able to knock it away. Now Dronen picks up, comes into the circle, takes a shot on goal, goes high and wide. Moylanen picks it up, down to Overbo. Cross box over to Dronen, in his feet. Kicks it back down to Lucas Fear in the corner. Fear to Overbo. Overbo cross box to Dronen, who one-times it, and Tuttle slides across, makes a save. Pops out to Overbo. Touches it back to Moylanen. Fires it just wide. Dronen picks up the puck in the corner. Roseau returns to full strength. Puck comes into the near corner, where Nelson clears the zone off of Moylanen's stick, so it's not an icing. Moylanen will recover. Spin it back up the ice, fires it up to Overbo, who tips it in deep, rolling behind Roseau's net behind Tuttle, where Isaac Wensloff wraps it around to Triggs. Triggs disrupts it, but unable to keep it in the zone, where he picks it up in the neutral zone. Triggs chips it in behind Isaac Wensloff, who peels back, rotates the ice over to Bufflin. Bufflin finds Gunderson in the middle. Gunderson streaks ahead, slides it over to Kellen Murphy. Murphy fires it cross. Strand picks it up. Cullen Jess in the far corner, chips it off the wall, where Kellen Murphy picks it up. And Roseau's on the forecheck again. Spuds try to clear, but Bufflin steps in, keeps it in, down to Kellen Murphy. Kellen Murphy behind the net, controlling play. Luke Grammer pokes it off his stick, and Triggs comes up the wall. Roseau's able to keep it in. McCoy Gregoire rotates the ice to Cullen Jess. Cullen Jess steps up, a big hit by Gunderson, knocks Jess off the puck, and Strand's able to pick it up. Murphy then gets it in the neutral zone and sends it deep, where Hodges sets it up for Grammer. Grammer comes up the ice, surveying the ice, looking for an option. Hits Jonas Spicer in the middle, not able to handle it. Gregoire picks up the loose puck and clears it. And then Daniel Wensloff picks it up in the neutral zone, sends it in behind Hodges. Hodges sets it up. Spuds defense a little disoriented. Nobody goes back for the puck, but it's cleared to the wall. Johnny Franklin tries to clear, unable to. Nelson picks it up, tries a backhanded play into the slot. Jonas Spicer there to pick it off, unable to clear the zone, where Huglin keeps it in, spins it in around behind the net. Gregoire picks it up in the right corner. And the Roseau forecheck's able to get to him. Now O'Leary controls. O'Leary controls, spinning away from Spicer. Spicer trying to stay with him. O'Leary has the puck. Spicer battling. O'Leary comes away, still has the puck. Spicer still battling, and O'Leary comes away with it in the corner. Centers it out to Ginther, gets through, all the way through to Daniel Wensloff at the point. Takes a shot, it's blocked, comes to Huglin. Puck is cleared to the wall. Kai Holm with a nice stick there. Comes to O'Leary, centers it again, gets through everyone, back to Wensloff, who fires quick. And it gets stopped in front of the net by Ginther, never got to Hodges. Puck's in the corner, Roseau controlling, Huglin's got it. Huglin down behind the net to O'Leary. O'Leary back up top. Back up top, where Wensloff makes a move around Franklin, shoots it, bounces around. Grammer's able to corral it behind the net, backhands one down the length of the ice, and that's going to be an icing as the Spuds clear the zone to relieve the pressure. And Roseau applying a tremendous amount of pressure on the forecheck, controlling the play down low. And the Spuds defense did a nice job of getting in the way, blocking shots, and ultimately clearing the zone when they were penned in for quite a bit. Dronen in for the draw against Reed. Reed wins it back to Wensloff. Isaac Wensloff fires it just wide over, where Overbo's going to pick it up and chips it up the wall. Clears the zone to Dronen. Dronen screaming up the ice. Tries to get around Bufflin, but Bufflin's there up to the task. And his partner comes and cleans up the mess and clears it out to the zone, where in the neutral zone now, back towards the Spuds end. Moylan wins a puck battle, chips it off the wall up to Dronen. Dronen hits Overbo streaking. Overbo chips it past Bufflin into the corner. Overbo is carrying behind the net, centers it, nobody's home, but it comes out to Gunkel, who slides it to Moylan. Moylan snaps a quick one on net, no traffic there. But Spuds have it down low. Overbo tries to come out front with it. Now Lucas Fear behind the net. Centers it to Dronen, who just misfires on a one-time attempt. And now we've got Loken coming up the ice for a 2-on-1 for Roseau, streaking up the left side. Backhand shot onto Hodges. Hodges up for the save, and the Spuds clear it. Out to center where Nelson picks up. Nelson surveying, waiting for the Rams to come tag up, and he gets it deep, chips it deep, and pursues it himself. Gunkel on Nelson. Nelson swings around to the far corner, centers it to Strand. Strand with a quick backhand shot that goes just wide past Hodges' glove. Murphy picks it up. Murphy cross ice to Wensloff. Wensloff blocked by Fear, and here's Fear's loose. Fear's loose. We've got a one-on-one with Fear. Nelson goes down. Fear goes down, and the back pressure from Roseau picks up the loose puck. Max Strand turns a long pass up the middle to Murphy that's disrupted by Frisch. No icing on the play. And now it comes to Cullen Jess, who gets it up to Grammer. Grammer mishandles it. Wensloff's able to get it deep. Frisch misfires on a pass to Triggs, and we've got an icing. That's going to come to the left of Hodges. 3:37 remaining in the third period. We've got a 3-3 game. With Johnson coming into the faceoff against O'Leary. In the scrum, the Spuds come away with it as Jess is able to get the puck and clear the zone. He's screaming up the side on Isaac Wensloff. Enters the zone, but Wensloff sticks it away from Jess. There's a scrum near the blue line. Roseau's able to clear. Jess sends it back in deep. Everyone tags up. Tuttle sets it up behind his head. Bounce off his stick to Triggs. Triggs fires, and a sliding Thor Bufflin stops it with his stick, and Triggs had an open net. Grammer gets it down to Johnson on the half wall. Johnson gets tripped up, sends it down low to Triggs. O'Leary in pursuit. Triggs wins a stick battle. Heavy on the forecheck. Triggs and O'Leary battling in the corner. Colin Jess there. Isaac Wensloff. All battling for the puck. Jess wins it over to Johnson. Johnson up to Grammer at the point. Grammer slides across the blue line. Fires one in. Hits traffic in front. Tuttle sticks it to the corner. Johnson wins another stick battle. Coming out of the corner. Tries to find Jess out front. And Roseau's able to get a stick on it. Severson clears the zone. Grant Frisch in pursuit. Sets up behind his net. Slides it over to Grammer as Roseau changes. Grammer comes up the left side. Trying to find someone in the middle. Pass gets through everyone all the way down the ice. No icing as it went through Wensloff. Wensloff touches it up the wall to Lund. Moylan steps up and intercepts it. Tries to touch it past everyone, but it hits traffic, and Roseau is able to gain control and get it deep. Gunkel behind Hodges. Tries to roll it around the wall. And Lucas Fear chips it up. Another bouncing puck stays in the zone. Roseau's able to keep it in. Loken chips it onto Reed. But Moylan intercepts, and he tries to exit the zone and is able to clear the puck. And that clearing is going to go the length of the ice, where we'll have another icing with 1:54 remaining. Face-off coming to the right of Hodges. Roseau's going to send the Gunderson line out. Spuds have the Dronen line out there. Bufflin and Daniel Wensloff on defense. Gunkel and Moylan in for the Spuds. Face-off one, back to Wensloff. Over to Bufflin, and they find Kellen Murphy in the high slot, and a nice little face-off play by the Rams. And a nifty pass by Overbo to exit the zone to Dronen. Dronen comes in, crosses front, leaves it for Moylan and streaking. Moylan in and shoots, and Tuttle makes the save. Tuttle out on top of his crease, tracking the puck well. Completely under control, tracked that puck, and Moylan shot it right into his chest. Nice play coming up the ice by Dronen to create that opportunity. And a great exit pass by Overbo. Triggs in for the face-off with Gunderson. Triggs wins it back to Gregoire. Gregoire wraps it around the wall where Grammer comes in, skewers it in deep to Triggs down low. Triggs cycles it up where Johnson's able to keep the puck in. And now the Rams clear with Gunderson coming up the ice. And Gregoire steps up, and Strand's able to get around him on a 2-on-1. Centers the puck. Gets all the way through where Jess picks it up on the far wall and tries a centering attempt. Bufflin picks it up and enters the zone on a nice move in the neutral zone. Chips it in behind Hodges. Puck goes to the far corner. Grammer skewers it up to Jess. Jess coming up the right side. He's got some space. Chips it in. But Wensloff is able to pick it off and send it back to the neutral zone where Carter Johnson picks it up and circles again. Oh, Johnson with a beautiful pass to the neutral zone. Finds Triggs. Triggs is in. Shoots. But a diving play by Roseau defenseman Daniel Wensloff gets his stick on the puck and redirects it up into the netting to get a whistle. A great pass by Johnson through the neutral zone to spring Triggs, and an equally fine defensive play by Wensloff, an effort play to dive and get a stick on it to get a whistle to Tuttle's right, face off to Tuttle's right with Dronin stepping in against O'Leary. 48 seconds left, puck's down. O'Leary wins it to the corner. Dronin battling on the wall with Huglin. Roseau tries to chip it out, gets it just over Moylanen's stick as he tries to hold it in. Moylanen peels back to the neutral zone. Finds Overbo on the wall. Overbo tries to center. Misfires on that pass, and Gunkel is able to clear the zone. Overbo picks it up. Streaking in, tries to cut to the center, but and the puck gets by Moylanen. And the loose bouncing puck results in an offsides as nobody was able to get the handle on that one. 16.9 seconds left in a 3-3 tie. We've got O'Leary, Strand, and Huglin up front with Bufflin and Wensloff on defense. The Johnson line with Grammer and Moylanen on the point. Roseau tries to send the puck deep, but Moylanen's there to get it. Moylan sends it across to Grammer. Grammer moves up. Comes up the ice, surveying the ice. 6 seconds remaining, tries a pass. Misfires on the pass. Clears the puck to the center ice, and that's going to be the end of regulation. And this Section 8 AA rivalry game is going to head to overtime. Roseau's no stranger to overtime this year, as they have already had 3 contests that have gone to overtime. And this will be the Spuds' first trip to the extra session. Roseau opened the season with a 2-1 overtime loss to Thief River Falls. Followed that up with a 3-2 overtime loss to Maple Grove. And 2 games later, they took Grand Rapids to overtime and were able to get the winning goal in that one and win that one 3-2. The Spuds have yet to beat overtime this year. Roseau was certainly able to change the momentum of this game and have created a lot of chances in transition with structurally sound play through the neutral zone as well as a strong forecheck. They've been able to apply more pressure on the Spuds as the game has gone on. Shots are 31-17 on the board. That would be 28 saves for Tuttle, 14 for Hodges. Both goalies making key saves when they have needed. About to start the 8-minute overtime session. Johnson and his line will step in against O'Leary, Ginther, and Huglin. O'Leary wins the draw back to Bufflin. Bufflin surveys the ice. Chips one up off the glass, hits Gunther. In the neutral zone, a scrum ensues, and Johnson picks it out of the pile. Carter Johnson up the ice, gets taken down by Huglin. Frisch picks it up, tries to slide it across to Triggs. Jess picks it up, tries to slide it out to the point to Grammer, misfires, and the puck comes the length of the ice. Grammer's in pursuit. He'll bring it around behind his net. Ginther's on him. Grammer fights him off and comes up the ice. Here comes Luke Grammer coming up the middle with some speed. He's got him around the edge, getting to the left, fires one in, and Tuttle makes the save. Low backhanded shot by Grammer. Tuttle steers it to the corner, and out comes the Rams. O'Leary coming up the ice. And Frisch is able to stick it away. Sent it in behind the net to Grammer. Grammer lays it up to Triggs on the wall. Triggs handles it well, flips it rink wide to a streaking Jess. It takes a funny carom off the glass, where Wentzloff throws it back high off the glass. And here we go. The Rams are in pursuit. A potential 3-on-1. Cross to O'Leary. Strand takes a backhanded shot that bounces off of something. It ends up in the back of the net, and the Roseau Rams have won this game in overtime. The Roseau Rams have come into Moorhead in an early season Section 8 AA matchup and have stolen one from the Spuds. I believe Max Strand is going to get credited with the game-winning goal on a nifty saucer pass that O'Leary, I believe, elevated it across. He handled it, got it on net. Puck bounced around and ended up in the back of the net. And the Roseau Rams will go home with a hard-earned overtime victory over the Spuds. This will conclude tonight's broadcast. Thank you for tuning in. Please remember to subscribe to the Spuds TV YouTube channel. Until next time.